Hey everybody, welcome to Lighthouse Learning. Today I'm going to share with you all the books and materials that I used for studying NEET Chemistry and how those materials helped me to score 171 in NEET 2020. Alright, so let's get started. So the first book is, as usual, the NCERT textbook. Why I'm emphasizing is that must be your first book which you should study. Okay, to start off with chemistry, you should start off with NCERT only, and it's must for any NEET aspirant. So if you're studying in any other board other than CBSE, like in state board or what ICSE or any other syllabus, buy these textbooks. Okay, moving on to the second thing, which is coaching modules. I went to coaching and I used coaching modules for practicing questions, especially for physical chemistry and organic chemistry. I didn't actually study the theory part of coaching module. If you're a coaching goer, I also suggest you to do the same because those stuffs are literally important for JEE Advanced but not for NEET. NEET, after this NTA is taking question, they primarily focus on NCERT. So what I would suggest is study NCERT, use the coaching module for practicing questions. Use it as a practice module, especially for physical and organic chemistry. Okay, coming to the third material which I used was test series. So you can again get some test series of Akash or Alan. Like there are plenty of coaching institutes providing you the test series. So choose those test series which are more relevant to NEET, okay, which are primarily NCERT based. Okay, so I use this Akash test series of this rank booster. It had relevant NEET questions. I didn't buy them. I got it from some online website. Okay, so always I would suggest is don't go for test series which are primarily focused on coaching modules. Go for NCERT based test series. Coming to the fourth material which I used, it is NCERT at your fingertips. This book for class 11 and 12, you have two books. It is of MTG Publications. It was really good for inorganic chemistry, especially for this hydrogen chapter and all. Studying NCERT, I used to study one page of NCERT. See if I was thorough by practicing this NCERT at your fingertips. Okay. So in NCERT at your fingertips, the major advantage is that they give you topic wise questions, so that after you complete one particular topic from NCERT, you can just check how in depth you have studied from NCERT by practicing this book. It's really good for inorganic chemistry. I used it mainly for inorganic, especially class 11 and all. When you're really bored of studying NCERT again and again, you can go and solve MCQs from this book. I didn't use it much for physical chemistry and for problem solving because they didn't really have a wide range of questions and all. But for inorganic, it's really good. Okay. Coming to the fifth material which I used was N.Avasthi for physical chemistry. I bought it the NEET version, and I used it for strengthening my weak chapters in physical chemistry, especially this electrochemistry chapter and all. There are a lot of models. Okay, so for practicing each and every type of pattern, I use N.Avasthi. It has got a lot of questions. It's not necessary you solve each and every question. Okay, one major strength of this book is that it has got solutions at the end. So overall, I use it as a practice book only. It's a good practice book. You can use it for solving if you feel that you're not able to attempt any question from electrochemistry chapter after you have given any mock test. Go and solve N.Avasthi to strengthen it. Okay, so it's really good. So moving on to the sixth material which I used is for this organic chemistry by K.S.Verma. So this book is actually for JEE Advanced. It's from this Cengage Publications. It's not really a famous book. No teacher actually suggested me. Actually, I bought Cengage Publications Physics B.M. Sharma book, and I found it really helpful. So I just gave it a try that, okay, let's go for the same publications in JEE Advanced, and finally it was really good. So this book, I really loved it as it had a lot of theory and questions with answers. So I usually go for practice books which are with answers. So that's why I went for this K.S.Verma Organic Chemistry. But one problem is that it has got a few errors as well. So be careful about it. Just verify it with your teacher as well. And again, it's not a famous book. that was my trial and error, hit and trial, okay, and finally it worked out for me. I'm not sure whether it suits for everyone, okay. But the thing is that it has got a lot of theory, like more than the NEET asks, okay. So don't waste much of your time in focusing, strengthening your organic chemistry. Just because I had time, I did study this book. All right, for topics which I was weak in, this reaction mechanism and all, I focused studying the theory and then going for solving problems. Alright, coming to my 7th material which I used was MS Chan. Actually, I bought this book because my teacher asked me to buy. It has got a plenty of questions, but one major problem is that it has not got any solution. So you'll have to go and check it in the web for solutions, and it was really tedious to check out each and every question's solutions. It has got answers but no solution stepwise. So you can use it for practice, but I didn't really like this book very much, but it's a very famous book. You can buy if you're like if you want to solve a lot of questions in organic chemistry. Yes, you can buy MS Chavan. So it doesn't have any theory kind of thing, only questions. So it's basically a practice book. If you want to master organic chemistry, yes, you can solve MS Chavan. But again, if you have a strong teacher who can, explain you each and every problem, go for it, as it doesn't have any solutions. Alright, so these were the materials which I used for organic chemistry, and of course I studied NCERT only. For class 12, I think NCERT class 12 is sufficient, okay. Just that you need to, for theory, NCERT class 12 book is sufficient. For solving problems alone, you just have to go for any other book, okay. The next book, 8th material which I used is O.P.Tandon for physical chemistry. Again, I didn't buy many of these, like I didn't buy this O.P.Tandon book, but again this was really good. Because I had bought N.Avasthi, I thought, what's the need to buy any other book. But again, this O.P.Tandon book, I downloaded and I took printables of it. So what I would say is it's really good. I had this JEE version of it, and for physical chemistry it has got a lot of questions with solutions, and overall it's a very good book. And I used it for strengthening this thermodynamics chapter, for solving a lot of problems, and identifying where I'm doing the mistakes and all. O.P.Tandon, I felt that it was better than even N.Avasthi. Okay, again, you can go for either of these, not a big deal. But yeah, it was good for physical chemistry. Alright, so moving on to the 9th material which I used was Udaan. This material is actually provided by the government to educate students without going to coaching. I referred it for few chapters in organic chemistry, like certain things, some extra points are given there. I didn't really use much, like for every lesson I didn't use. For inorganic as well, for D and F block and all, I used it. It was really good. Just as a reference I used, not that I referred this Udaan material for each and every lesson, no. Just for certain lessons where I felt that there was a lack of my theory knowledge, I went for it. Alright, so there are a few MCQs given at the end. You can also practice them, okay. Moving on to the 10th material. This is the ultimate, I should say. Like the first 1 and 10th material are must for any NEET aspirant. It is must. So previous year papers. For NEET, I used MTG Publications past 30 years paper, 30 or 31, I don't remember. And for JEE, I again took printouts of this Disha Publications, just because it has got answers for each and every question. So yes, I would recommend you to buy some book for previous year papers as well. And as well as if you don't have the NTA questions conducted, like NTA conducted question papers included in your previous year NEET, like you have this NEET Odisha paper in 2020, right? So I suggest you to take printout from any website, okay, if it's not included, because it helps you to recognize the pattern in which the questions are being asked. And again, as I have insisted in my previous video as well, try solving this JEE mains question as well, because it helps you to strengthen and understand NCERT in a different angle, in an entirely new angle, okay. For inorganic, you may not even think that they can ask in this way. So such questions are asked, and I even noticed that in 2019 NEET, one question which was asked in JEE was repeated in the NEET 2019. So yeah, some questions are even repeated. So again, I insist you to solve JEE mains questions conducted by NTA only, not the previous year like 2016. I'm not telling you that, just the NTA conducted JEE questions. Okay. So these were the 10 materials and books which I use for NEET for cracking NEET chemistry, and I've included every book of mine. And again, what I would say is never ever try to complete one single book entirely. All I would suggest you is, when you're weak in some area, go for some book. If you feel that book is not suitable for strengthening that topic, go for any other book. So what I would say is just have a lot of materials collected, so that whichever topic you're weak at, you can go on and strengthen it, so that you don't make the same mistake or leave out the question from that topic in your next mock test. Okay, so this is the way how you should approach for NEET chemistry. So hope this video helped you, and thank you for watching. And if you have any comments, drop down in the comment section. Thank you.